It's no secret that Tivoli Gardens in Denmark was a huge inspiration for Disneyland. In fact, Walt Disney once told Art Linkletter, "I'm going to bring Tivoli to Los Angeles." And that's exactly what he did. It's not hard to find all the influences from Walt Disney's 1953 trip to Tivoli if you know where to look. Take, for example, the whale and the lighthouse outside of Storybook Land canal boats. Now, full disclosure, I'm not entirely sure that these existed in 1953 in Tivoli, but they're located next to each other in the park and they ended up in Bruce Bushman's concept art, so it's possible. One thing that was there in 1953 was this pirate ship, which of course ended up in Fantasyland. And although we didn't quite get these Chinese canal boats, the idea of a boat ride did end up in Disneyland. It started out as the Phantom boats and then became the motorboat cruise later. But I think one of my favorite influences from Tivoli is this wooden roller coaster, which just so happens to look an awful lot like the Matterhorn. This coaster was absolutely around in 1953 when Walt Disney visited, though he didn't build his version in Disneyland until 1959. And instead of cute polar bears on the inside like Tivoli has, Disney put something a little bit different in their version. There were so many other things that inspired Disneyland from Tivoli, like carousels and cars, but my favorite will always be the quote from George Carstensen, who made this park. He said, "Tivoli will never, so to speak, be finished," which is an attitude that Walt Disney decided to adopt for his own park, which is why he said that Disneyland will never be completed. It will continue to grow as long as there is imagination left in the world.